and gusts of wind of an approaching storm, and the sudden bolts of lightning, rumbles of thunder, and pouring rain. Slowly, I began noticing a mysterious presence within me. I wondered if it was God or the divine. It felt sacred and evoked a surprising joy. I felt loved and began to see beauty in simple moments, each breath a gift. After 9 months, my cancer retreated. I glanced in the mirror at the stubble of hair growing on my head. 2-year, then 5-year checkups passed. The tumor did not return. But I had begun to move to the rapid beat of mainstream culture again to work and survive. I was losing the connection to my own sacred heart that I had found while ill. Yet in the wilderness, I felt connected to what I loved most. Nature. Everything enchanted me. The night sky, a rushing river, looking into the eyes of deer. In my mid-20s, I went on a 50-day wilderness leadership semester with a Colorado outward-bound school. I became a wilderness guide and therapist, partnering with nature to support others in deepening their own connection. Yoga means union and comes from the Sanskrit root yuj, meaning to join together. My body, mind, and spirit were not united when I was diagnosed with cancer. I overfocused on everyday tasks and pushed myself to achieve while longing for divine union. When I was ill, I connected to something sacred inside myself. I could feel it even when I was not in nature. Once I was well, I wanted to find this again. Following my longing for the sacred has directed my life and who I have become. My personal story, it turns out, was interwoven with ecological devastation. Throughout my time at college, I had walked on farmlands and parks, and along roads and railway lines that surrounded the campus, where one of the most widely used weed-killing products in the world was deployed extensively. Humans exposed to glyphosate herbicides have a 41% increased risk of developing non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Later, in the rainforest, I felt safe from the poisons our culture inflicts. I first went to Costa Rica to participate in yoga teacher training after 5 cold winters as a wilderness therapist in Utah, meeting with groups in freezing temperatures around a smoky fire. Yoga taught me to nurture myself and listen within. And I returned to Costa Rica for 12 winters. My body began to relax and vibrate as I moved in pleasurable ways. New channels of communication opened within me and between me and the natural world. My asana practice deepened. My movements became a prayer of communion with the universe. Wild yoga. Wild yoga is an embodied practice to help us love ourselves, deepen our relationship with the natural world, and stretch our consciousness. Nature can inspire our movements, align us with our instincts, initiate us into living our soul's purpose, and guide us in tending the well-being of all life. Our bodies are sacred. Marrying the healing practice of yoga, strength, flexibility, relaxation, presence, with reverence for nature, wild yoga catalyzes our curiosity to explore our dreams and the mysteries of life, and to grow our capacities to live in reciprocity with the earth. Asana is the physical practice of yoga relating to the poses or postures of yoga. Today, asana is synonymous with yoga, but it is only one component. Moving our bodies and bringing them into the shapes of particular poses is valuable. Yet the more profound purpose of yoga has always been to become more fully ourselves, deepen our awareness of and relationship with the world, and inspire our actions. For more than 5,000 years, spiritual seekers have asked, "Who am I?" and "What should I do while I'm here?" The Bhagavad Gita, or the Song of God, a Hindu scripture written between 400 BCE and 200 CE, is one of the first yogic texts and takes place on a battlefield. Arjuna, a disillusioned Pandava warrior, and his brothers are exiled from their kingdom, Hastinapura.